First question, how are you feeling? I didn't realize you were injured.
Oh yeah.
To me, I'm also a personal trainer and a volleyball coach, and so I'm very big on injury prevention.
Yeah.
And so I think it'd be all great for the fans to kind of know how to navigate that physically and psychologically. I mean, it's so complex.
I tore my ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus in my knee in December of 2022. Was out for over a year,
Wow.
just rehabbing, getting back. For me, knowing pretty early what the damage was in the knee, you either have two options. You either say, okay, what do I have in my control in this moment? And then you kind of adapt that mindset every day.
Yeah.
And then slowly over time, you make progress. But I think people get in trouble with injuries once they start looking too far ahead. Everyone's body's different, and the resources and, just access to good trainers and whatnot is very different. I feel really fortunate that I was able to be in Anaheim with our national team staff, our national team trainer, and our strength coach. Were working with me every day, and I know a lot of people, especially young athletes, don't have access to things like that. So that would be my biggest piece of advice.
Did you feel like you had to retrain your body how to set differently? A lot of the power starts at the feet, through the legs, core, then through the hands. Especially the elasticity, like a little recoil. So much power comes from the arch of our foot, then the knee. So how has that been do you feel like you're having to relearn setting in a completely different way, or is it just a slower process of returning back to where you were?
I wouldn't say that I had to relearn in a way that was changing how I'm setting now. When you're trying to retrain your body how to jump in general, or even move in space, it felt really clunky and was pretty frustrating, because your brain knows what it felt like, and so then when your body, for the first time in your life, when your body can't do what you're expecting of it, it's a little bit dissonant to just anything you've experienced as an athlete. So a lot of patience with that, and kind of starting with the training wheels back on.
And I also know that you and Jordyn have been spending some time, the other Jordyn, Jordyn Larson, and seeing some unique chemistry where she sent a free ball and you set her back. Was that an intentional?
Jordyn Larson never hits overpasses,
okay.
I'll let her explain why she doesn't do that. But yes, I've learned to expect that she's gonna she's gonna set that ball instead of try to take it.
What are the top 3 things you try to focus on as a setter? It could be strategic, it could be technical.
A big one is prep and serve receive. Getting stopped and prepped allows you to then be able to make the read off of your passer's platform. Footwork's huge, and so being able to get to the ball in the most efficient way possible, trying not to have a lot of negative steps. Maximize each athlete's physicality or ability. We talk a lot about high to high, so taking the ball in a high neutral place and finishing high is huge for me.
Okay. And I noticed that even though you're pretty tall, you still keep your elbows bent for a little bit of the follow-through. Is that something that you just naturally comes, or is that something you constantly try to do?
I think it's situationally dependent. I had a lot of different coaches teach a lot of different ways to set, and so I feel like I've got a pretty good toolkit of what each situation kind of needs.
What's your general setting style in terms of being an offensive setter, or do you like to be more deceptive, or do you like to be more offensive?
A lot of blockers actually do jump with me on tight balls, so I do get a lot of people to bite with me, and so it makes my job a little more fun to get a little bait and hook. So